Hi y'all, I'm Brenda with Blessings and Bread. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making for supper a creamy baked chicken recipe, and this is one of those super easy recipes that are just easy to do. You can have it basically in the oven in 15 minutes, and then later I will boil some pasta to go with it and maybe do some steamed broccoli, and we'll have a meal in very short order. So I'm going to get started showing you how to make this super easy creamy baked chicken. All right, we're going to begin tonight with just some basic chicken breast, and I have cut these in, sliced them in half so that they're thinner, and I think this will help them to cook a little quicker. You can leave them whole though. It'll just take a little longer to cook them. I think I'm going to start by spraying my pan here with a little lightly with some cooking spray to make cleanup easier, and then I'm just going to lay my chicken breast into the pan. And there. All right, once that's in the pan, let me wash my hands. Once those are in the pan, then I'm going to top them with cheese slices. Now, the original recipe called for Swiss cheese, and it's very good with Swiss cheese. I didn't have Swiss cheese once, but I had pepper jack, so I used pepper jack cheese, and I like the pepper jack cheese better than the Swiss cheese. Tonight, I don't have Swiss cheese or pepper jack cheese, so I'm using Munster cheese, and I'm just going to kind of break these, just tear them a little bit in half and cover each chicken breast with, or each half of a chicken breast for me, with a slice of cheese. Again, you can use whatever cheese you like. But just cover each piece with a slice of cheese. It's that simple. All right, I'm going to set that aside while I make my creamy sauce. Now, the creamy sauce is really super easy to do because I'm going to start with a can of cream of chicken soup. Can make this healthier, I suppose, if you made your own cream of chicken soup. But usually when I'm making this recipe, it's because I've been busy and don't have a lot of time for cooking, and I want to get it done as quick as possible. Now, if I use more chicken breast, sometimes I use 2 cans if I want more sauce on my chicken. But I think 1 can's going to be enough tonight, because then I'm going to add a small can, which is 5 ounces of evaporated milk, to the canned soup. And just mix those together with a whisk. When I get those all mixed together good, I'm just basically going to pour this over the chicken. I didn't salt and pepper my chicken. Could have probably salt and peppered it, maybe even added a little garlic. In fact, I think I am going to stop and add some garlic powder to this just to make it give it a little more flavor. Again, this is just something I'm doing. You don't have to add the garlic. The original recipe does not call for the garlic, but this is kind of a recipe you can kind of do what you want. I could probably even add some Italian seasoning to the sauce, but it's pretty good just with the soup mix. But I think I will add I'm adding about maybe a half a tablespoon of garlic powder. Gonna mix that in. And then I'm just really gonna pour that over the chicken and the cheese. And then spread it out so that it is completely covering all of the chicken. Yep, I need a spatula. I want to get all of that out of there since I'm only using one can. I don't want to miss any of this sauce. And now I'm going to just spread it out. Next, I'm going to top it with some crushed seasoned croutons. Again, the original recipe called for stuffing mix. And I think when my daughter makes this, she still uses stuffing mix. But I didn't have stuffing mix once, but I had croutons. And I substituted them, and I like it better with croutons. So you can either use a package of stuffing mix or crushed croutons. And I'm just going to sprinkle those over the top. Oh, now they're flying away. Now, the final thing to do is this is 1/4 cup of melted butter. I'm just going to drizzle it onto the croutons. All right. And that really is all there is to it. Now I'm going to put this into the oven uncovered and bake it for about, the recipe says 45 to 55 minutes. But since I halved my chicken breast, I'm probably going to check mine after about 40 minutes and see if they're done. But that is all there is to it. And now while this bakes, I can prepare my pasta and whatever vegetable or you might want to serve with it. A green salad would be awesome with this. So either a salad or maybe some steamed broccoli. Make the perfect side dish for this. So this is going into the oven. And when it's done, we'll come back and I'll give it a taste test and show you how the finished product looks. Our creamy baked chicken is done. It looks scrumptious. I've made some fettuccine to serve it on, and I just put a little bit of olive oil, so a little garlic powder, and some Italian seasoning on my fettuccine, but you don't have to do that. And then I'm just going to get one of the chicken breasts and put it right on top. Get a little more sauce. And then, as I said, I'm going to serve it with a little steamed broccoli. And that makes a delicious supper, and it was so easy to make. This is still steaming, so hopefully it's not too hot to test. So I'm going to try to just get a little bite of the chicken with some of that sauce and a little fettuccine to go with it. I think my pasta of choice for this dish is angel hair pasta, but I didn't have any angel hair pasta, so I had some fettuccine and I'm using that. And I think the fettuccine is going to be great if I can get it on my fork. I think it will be fine with it as well. I just love angel hair pasta. All right, here we go. That's really good. And I know the boys are ready to eat. They've been having to wait a little extra tonight while I try to make a video of supper. But that's so easy and so delicious. And it's just one of those dishes that takes so little time, but it even makes a very impressive dish. It would even be a appropriate for guests. If you were having dinner guests over, it would certainly be impressive enough to serve to company. So a great recipe, creamy baked chicken. And I hope you'll try this recipe. I've had a great time sharing it with you, and I hope you'll give it a thumbs up if you liked it, or if you try it. Leave me a note in the comments and tell me how well you liked it. And I will see you the next time I'm in my kitchen, on my porch, or in my garden.